What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dubs Oriented here, and today we have a brand new chapter for Jujutsu Kaisen, chapter 263, and we have a lot to talk about. Jujutsu Kaisen has been gone for I don't even know, 2 to 3 weeks, so I'm glad we're getting some new content from it. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the video. So the chapter starts off with the narrator stating that Yuta can't use his own curse technique, but only Gojo's Limitless, and he realizes that Sukuna lost his left arm since he hasn't used his world-cutting slash. So Yuta comes to the conclusion that Sukuna can't overcome Limitless, and his only chance is with Domain Amplification. Then Yuta proceeds to throw Sukuna away, and then he follows up with a punch to Sukuna's head. But Yuta comments on how he is having trouble adjusting to Gojo's body due to how long his arms and legs are. Then Yuta comments on how he knows that the swap training isn't enough for Yuta to be able to fully learn how to master the Limitless, and that now he understands why the 6 eyes is necessary. Then Yuta recounts the time that Gojo proclaimed that he was the strongest and that he would win, and Yuta wonders how much confidence Gojo actually had when he said it. Then Sukuna notices that Yuta isn't able to control Gojo's curse technique and asks if Yuta has time to manage with this shortcoming, and ends up pushing him away. Then we get a flashback of a sort where Kenjaku has already revealed the true nature of Yuta's curse technique to Sukuna and how it works. And just like the audience, Sukuna also worried if Yuta could use his innate curse technique to be able to use the other abilities he has copied. But Sukuna realizes that Yuta can only use the Limitless. Then Sukuna wonders how long Yuta's curse technique can last if Kenjaku's runs out, and if Yuta will still retain Gojo's body. And he is curious of Yuta and if he really thought about the end result. And so Sukuna begins to catch on to Yuta's plan when he remembers Gojo's Hollow Purple attack. Then we cut to a flashback where we see the aftermath of the swapping training, where Gojo says that Yuta's curse technique is too inconsistent. Then Maki immediately comes to Yuta's defense, saying that Gojo is being too strict on him. Then the others join in as well. Then we cut back to the present time where Yuta is beginning to activate Hollow Purple, but Sukuna stops that from happening by punching Yuta, saying that he can't let Yuta get it off. Then Yuta uses blue to attract recorder flies, where we see the boy Inumaki pull up using his cursed speech, screaming "don't move." Then Yuta is able to get the purple off and is ready to release it at any moment. Then the editor comments saying, "Unleash your teacher's ultimate technique." And that is how the chapter ends. So this chapter was really short, like it has been for the previous chapters that's been coming out. But yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. So let's first talk about the whole situation with Yuta and Gojo's body. And people in the last chapter were kind of doubting Yuta, saying that Yuta's stocks are going down because he's just not able to really control Gojo's curse technique and stuff like that. But there are reasons to it, because of the fact that, one, Yuta isn't really used to Gojo's body, because his hand-to-hand isn't really as good as Gojo, because one, he's not Gojo, and two, he's kind of having trouble keeping up and controlling Gojo's body due to how long it is. Pause. So we know that there are some reasons behind Yuta not being able to really fully control Gojo's technique and stuff like that. And he even said it himself, that one swapping training that they did wasn't going to be enough. It wasn't going to be enough to make up for the time that they needed to get stronger. So it wasn't going to be enough to just fully master the Limitless outright, So it basically makes a lot of sense why Yuta wasn't really able to use Gojo's technique to the full potential, because one, he's not Gojo, and two, under a short period of time, he couldn't have been able to master it any further than he actually did. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And we see that Sukuna also had the same suspicion that the readers had, by how we thought Yuta could still use how we wondered if Yuta could still use his innate techniques, because he's copying Kenjaku's curse technique. But he's only subjected to one, which is the Limitless. So that question has already been answered, and this man Sukuna is not letting Yuta use that Hollow Purple, because he knows that that's just going to spell his defeat, because the only reason why Sukuna survived it last time was because of the world cutting slash in Maharaga. If it wasn't for him, bro, I think Sukuna would have been cooked. So in this situation, Sukuna can't really take any chances because his left arms are literally fried and his RCT's output is not really good right now. So he can't afford to take any big attacks, because if he does, who's to say his RCT would be able to keep up with that level of attack? So Sukuna just has to be on the back burner where he's not letting this man YUTA fire off the hollow purple, which is just absolutely insane. And I like how we get a flashback of how Gojo was basically like kind of making complaints on Yuta's curse technique and how it's too inconsistent and how it's something that's not stable. And we see Maki and the gang kind of come for Yuta's defense and how like Gojo's being too strict, which is insane because you would not expect Gojo of all people to like be strict. You would expect Maki to be the strict one, but it's actually reversed. Maki is the one that's trying to kind of get Gojo to loosen up a little bit and not be so hard on Yuta, you know what I'm saying? So that's also a crazy cool of events. So yeah, man. And then the boy Inumaki pulls up. I wonder what this man is doing. Obviously, we know he's keeping Sukuna in place so that Yuta could land the hollow purple. But there has to be something more, you know what I'm saying? Because we know Inumaki was hurt after Shibuya, and we knew that like his arms, he just wasn't in a good state. So there has to be something more for Inumaki to do in this fight. It can't just be to hold Sukuna in place. There has to be something more for him to play, what role he's gonna play in this fight. But I'm so excited to see the boy Inumaki though. But he's looking kind of gassed from him using the don't scream on Sukuna. He's looking really gassed out. So I think that's all his purpose is for this fight. And yeah, this was a pretty short chapter, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter, because to me it was pretty good. It was decent, nothing too crazy, but it was still, you know, good stuff. So yeah, I just want to please guys comment down below on what you guys thought of the video, of the chapter, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.